Dickie Arbiter, the former press secretary of the late Queen Elizabeth II, has said that if Diana was still alive, Prince Harry would never have married Meghan Markle. My family, we are approaching Harry and Meghan's 6th wedding anniversary. I'll repeat that. We are approaching Harry and Meghan's 6th wedding anniversary. And some racist individuals still can't accept that Harry and Meghan are married and they have 2 children and they sadly lost 1 child and they live in California. They live in the United States of America. Some people still are unwilling to accept that Harry is a married man and he married a woman of color. And my family, the thing is, Diana, I did not know Diana personally. But clearly, from how her passing has affected Prince Harry, truly, she was an amazing mother to Harry. That's a fact. She was a good mother. And that's why it pains Harry to this day that she passed away after a tragic car accident whereby she was chased to her death by paparazzi, paid for by the UK tabloid press, which Dickie Arbiter, now my family, basically represents, as now he has also joined the Royal Rota, who cover members of the royal family for a living. My family, I want you to hear his words. And today, we are going to expose his lies one by one. And also, I'll give you a refresher of who Dickie Arbiter is and what he said back in 2016 about Harry and Meghan that my family ended up being false. And also, his lies about Harry and Meghan. My family, please kindly hear this. Please, my family, because I'm going to debunk the lies. My family, kindly hear this, please.
Well, I've put a question mark over it. Harry wouldn't be in the situation he is today if Diana was alive. I'm going to stick my neck out here, and I doubt Harry would have married Meghan.
Oh, really? Why do you think that?
Diana was very careful about her boys. They were her boys. She protected them, and she would have protected them against anybody she felt wasn't the right person. Harry has had a number of girlfriends.
My family, Dickie Arbiter is claiming that Diana would have protected her boys against someone she believed is not the right person. My family, those are the expressions of the media, not of Diana. Not of Diana. Diana passed away, my family, years ago, decades ago. She passed away. And right now, this person is using Diana's name to say that Diana was very careful about her boys. She protected her kids. We know that. We know that. And then he goes to say that if she was alive, then Harry would never have married Meghan because to Dickie Arbiter, Meghan is not the right person to Dickie Arbiter. Now, I've told you, I'll give you a refresher of who Dickie Arbiter is and what he said back in 2016. So before we continue with what Dickie Arbiter said, my family, I'll take you back to the year 2016, whereby Dickie Arbiter posted on his then Twitter account saying this, when Harry and Meghan's relationship became public. Here's what Dickie Arbiter posted on Twitter at the time, now called X, and I quote, after Harry and Meghan's relationship became public. He said, and I quote, in the year 2016, time to move on. No point banging on with a story that isn't going anywhere. In response to my family, an article from Pool magazine that said that Prince Harry had already introduced girlfriend Meghan to dad Prince Charles. Dickie Arbiter then said this, I've been called a romantic, but I won't subscribe to this latest allegation of a romance when all it is a fling. He called Harry and Meghan's relationship a fling, a fling, a fling. That's what he said. And then he said it's only an alleged romance. That's what he said at the time. Because he refused to believe that Harry was dating a woman of color. He refused it. And even now, he still is struggling to accept that Harry is a married man and that he married a woman of color. And that he lives in the United States of America. Dickie Arbiter still won't accept it. My family. And he called Harry and Meghan's relationship an alleged romance. He said, don't hold your breath on this one. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. In response, my family, one other article from The Guardian that said that Prince Harry, his alleged Meghan Markle romance, gets big attention from my family newspapers. Dickie Arbiter said, this is not going anywhere. That's what Dickie Arbiter said. Fast forward, my family, to close to 8 years later. Harry and Meghan are now married with 2 children. Sadly, they lost 1 child. And they live in an amazing mansion in Montecito after being forced to flee the UK because of the racism that Meghan was being put through by the UK media. My family, that is just a refresher of what Dickie Arbiter said at the time. And even now, he can't accept Harry married Meghan. Accept it. Accept it. It's now close to 6 years later, ever since Harry and Meghan got married. You've got to accept Harry is a married man. Accept it and move on. Accept it. Because my family, close to 6 years later, because only in a few months, in like my family, the next few months, Harry and Meghan will be celebrating their 6th wedding anniversary. But Dickie Arbiter still is like, if Diana was here, then Harry would never have married Meghan. That's what Dickie Arbiter is saying. No, Dickie, those are your thoughts about Diana. Diana was someone who loved her kids and would have wanted her kids to be happy. That's what she would have wanted. And really, I wish she was here. I wish she was still alive. But sadly, my family, UK media, paid paparazzi, chased her to her death. UK media paid paparazzi to chase Diana to her death. And that's what they did. You know? And now they're hounding the woman Harry loves while complaining, oh, Harry left. Harry would not be in California right now, you know, if Diana was still here. Well, guess what? First of all, it is the fault of the UK media that Diana is not with us right now. Harry found love in Meghan. And it is high time that the carnival of so-called experts learn to accept it, move on, and know, no matter what they try, still, they haven't been able to destroy Harry and Meghan's marriage, despite years of bullying Meghan, despite years of lying about Meghan, despite years of demonizing Meghan, still, UK media haven't been able to destroy Harry and Meghan's union. And they've got to accept it and move on. My family, please, can you continue hearing this, please?
Diana was very careful about her boys. They were her boys. She protected them, and she would have protected them against anybody she felt wasn't the right person. Harry has had a number of girlfriends.
Your thoughts, those are your
Chelsea
thoughts.
Davy, that went on for quite a few years. She backed out. She didn't want to be part of the Goldfish Bowl.
Who can blame her?
That's the bonus. And she was also studying to be a lawyer, and she wanted to continue those without having the media breathing down her neck. Cressida Bonus wanted to pursue an acting career, and she did pursue that acting career. Again, another person who didn't want to be in the Goldfish Bowl. And Harry was at a loose end. He saw his brother happy. He was with children. He was happy with children. He wanted something of the same. And my own personal opinion is I thought he rushed into the marriage.
And do you think Diana might have...
My family, first of all, Harry married the woman he loves. Harry married the woman he loves. Harry married Meghan, the woman that he fell in love with. And he proposed knowing he loves her. The thing is, with UK media, they want to pick who Harry marries. In the words of Piers Morgan, in an article he wrote for the Daily Mail, Piers Morgan said that Harry should come back to the UK and marry a dim, conservative, blonde, meaning someone who's white, chosen for him by his brother. Not that he loves, not someone he loves, someone who William chooses for him. And as you can see, UK media are unhappy with Harry's choice of a bride. Why? Because Meghan is a woman of color. That is the issue they have. Because Meghan is an American, that's the issue they have. Xenophobia and racism. And they're angry because Harry married an American, and not just an American who is a woman of color, a biracial woman, and they can't get over it. It's racism and xenophobia. You know? I think is the reason why you see other members, the royal family, having affairs is because they haven't been allowed to marry the people they love. In my family, by all means, I'm not saying that that's an excuse for anyone to have an affair. No. That's not what I'm saying. But you and I also, that Charles cheated on Diana with Camilla. He married a woman he did not love. And the mistake here, my family, is this. The mistake is that Charles treated Diana cruelly. Very, very cruelly. He undermined Diana's confidence. He broke her spirit. That's what happened to Diana. That's what Diana experienced at the hands of Charles. Charles was invested in breaking her. He would undermine her confidence. That's what we've learned about what happened between Charles and Diana. Charles never ever loved Diana. But the problem here that I have is two. Number one, Charles should have been allowed to marry someone he loves. You know? If that had happened, then maybe Diana would still be alive. You know? Number two, Charles treated Diana appallingly, even though Diana loved him. Charles treated Diana appallingly. You know? That's the problem I have with Charles. The issue I have with him. You know? And not just that, he refused to protect Diana. And we also what happened to Diana. She was chased to her death. You know? William has also married someone he doesn't love. Look what's happened. His wife is missing. And people are fearing the worst could have happened to Kate Morton. Some have said she has been committed in a mental institution by the palace, by the royal family, by William. Some have said she's in a coma. Some have said Kate may not be with us, that she may not be alive. My family, one thing that's common between Charles and William, they never ever married, the person that they loved, that they fell in love with. Harry did. And Harry loves Meghan. And Meghan, everyone knows where she is. Everyone knows where she is. She's alive and she's well. She's alive and she's well. My family, I don't know if Kate is even alive. I don't. Diana passed away years ago. So my family, it's so sad what the women who marry into the royal family have to go through or experience when they have social media. And then still, despite everything, you are seeing Dickie Arbiter being like, somehow being the person who wants to have picked the woman Harry married. Someone who will tick the boxes of the UK media, that will please the UK media. Not please Harry, please the UK media. Not someone who Harry loves. As Piers Morgan said, he wanted her to marry someone who was chosen for him by Prince William. To please William. Not Harry. Not Harry. And you wonder why you have women in the royal family disappearing, when this is the kind of people who my family speak on behalf of the royal family, who can't accept that Harry married the woman he loves. Harry chose Meghan to be the mother of his kids, to be his wife. It wasn't for Dickie Arbiter or Brian to choose who Harry marries. It was for Harry to choose who he marries. He's the one falling in love here. He's the one who fell in love. He's the one who decided it's Meghan he wants. And Meghan also chose Harry. And just the thing is, look at what has gone on in Harry and Meghan's life. Someone told me, even if it's you, if you endure a fraction of what Meghan has had to go through, just because she fell in love with Harry, being demonized, being painted as the villain, Dickie Arbiter said that Meghan is not the right person for Prince Harry. Dickie Arbiter, it isn't for you to fall in love with Meghan. It's for Harry to fall in love with Meghan. Not for you. Not for you. It's for Harry to fall in love. And really, my family, these people don't want Harry to have any kind of control over his life. They feel like Harry to exist to serve them, to please them, to entertain them. Even who he marries, it shouldn't be Harry who decides. It should be the UK media. It should be William. And that isn't right. That isn't right. Harry should marry who he wants to marry. Harry should marry who he loves. And that's what he did. He married the woman he loves. And despite the bullying, the abuse, my family, I have seen UK media demanding Meghan leave Harry. I have seen them saying Meghan is going to leave Harry. And my family, that's never happened. It's never happened despite the bullying Meghan is put through. Racism, misogyny, xenophobia, despite all of it, Meghan has stuck by Harry's side, for better or for worse. My family, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. Because my family, if Meghan never loved Harry, by now she would have left a long time ago. By now, Meghan would have left Harry a long time ago. Because the thing is, my family, Prince Harry, my family, is someone who is Diana's son, right? He's a member of the royal family. He's in the line of succession. He married Meghan, and my family, basically when Harry and Meghan got married in the family, it's like behind Harry were the UK media, who feel like they control Harry, who feel like Harry is their personal property. That's the baggage Harry came with. And despite the hell that took him to put Meghan through, despite everything, even Meghan's friends told Meghan, is he worth this? Is he worth the harassment you are enduring? Is he worth what you went through? Because Harry tells us, whereby when Meghan was with him at Nottingham Cottage, Meghan went out to buy some groceries for Prince Harry. Harry tells us in his memoir Spare that Meghan was harassed by paparazzi working for the media. When Meghan just went to the local supermarket to buy Harry some groceries so that Meghan can make Prince Harry some amazing meal before she left. Meghan did not want Harry to my family, to leave him with an empty stomach. That's what Harry tells us in the most Spare. And Meghan was harassed. And she called her friends because she could also see the headlines written about her. My family, the tabloids, with despicable, headlines, inserting headlines, demeaning headlines written about her, by the tabloids. In my family, Meghan called her friends. And her friends said, is he worth this? Is he worth this? And despite everything she endured, clearly, Harry was worth everything. Meghan stood by Harry's side despite everything she endured. And that's a keeper. That's a keeper. And my family, as I was reading Spare, I remember when Meghan told Harry what had happened to her, our entire ordeal. Harry asked Meghan, despite everything you endured, you still made me, dinner? You still made me this meal, despite everything? And then Meghan told Harry, I couldn't leave you with an empty stomach. My family, that's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's a keeper. That's true love. That's love. That's love. That's love. For better or for worse. Meghan stood by Harry's side. My family. During Meghan's difficult time, Harry stood by her. Stood by Meghan's side. When Meghan was being bullied, abused by the media, it is Harry who stood by Meghan's side, supporting her. Harry even made the decision to take Meghan and Archie out of the UK to protect his family. So this carnival of so-called experts, if they want to blame anyone for Harry leaving, blame themselves. Blame their actions. Blame their racism towards Meghan for Harry leaving. But don't blame Meghan. Stop demonizing Meghan because Meghan is a remarkable human being. Despite all the things Meghan has gone through, the bullying, the abuse, the insults, the racism, the misogyny, Meghan has stood by Harry's side. Meghan is a wonderful human being, a good person, and she didn't deserve to go through the hell she went through, all because she fell in love with the white prince while being a woman of color. Meghan didn't deserve to go through what she went through. She didn't deserve it. And I'm sorry to Meghan for what she endured. But really, she's a keeper. She's a keeper, my family. My family. For better or for worse. And clearly, for better or for worse, my family, Meghan has stood by Harry's side. Despite everything, despite the fact that Meghan is the one who is constantly hounded by the people who believe Harry is their own personal property. Meghan has stood by Harry's side. That's a keeper. That's love. And Dickie Arbiter, it isn't for you to love Meghan. It's for Harry to love her. And you've got to accept it, deal with it, and move on. My family, continue hearing this, please, my family.
Been there to counsel him.
I think Diana would well have put a question mark over it. Harry wouldn't be in the situation he is today if Diana was alive. I mean, a lot of Harry's problems, he admitted it. He's got mental health issues. He's still not over the fact that his mother was killed, and every so often he sees photographs of her and memories come rushing back. I think there comes a time when you really have to let go. You really have to let go.
You say you really have to let go. Dickie Arbiter, then why haven't you let go of Prince Harry and Meghan? Why can't you let go and accept the fact that Harry chose Meghan to be his wife? Harry chose Meghan to be the mother of his kids. Why can't you accept it and move on? Why can't you let go and leave Harry to live in peace in America with Meghan, Archie, Lilibet? Why can't you all let go? Why? Why? Because clearly, the ones who can't let go, the ones who refuse to let go, are the media. They don't want to let go. And they're responsible for Harry's mental health struggles. And Harry can see clearly now. The family. And the thing is, has anybody asked themselves, why is it do members, the royal family, all of them, they like need therapists? Why? Why? Diana was fine before marrying Charles. After she got married, she needed a therapist. Meghan never had any mental health struggles, never. But when she married Harry, Meghan now has mental health struggles. The family, now she needs a therapist. The problem here is people like Dickie Arbiter. They're the issue. They're the problem. Because they refuse to let go. They refuse to let go of Prince Harry. They refuse to accept that Harry has moved on his life. They want Harry back by force even. And that's why they're trying to get Harry deported. Because they're desperate. They won't let go of him. They view Harry as their own personal property, who should not have escaped the gilded cage. That Harry should be there in the UK, performing for them, entertaining the UK media, being a distraction for William and Hamilton, being used as the scapegoat to cover up for them. You know, that's how they want my family, you know, Harry to be what they want him to be the scapegoat, the distraction, the backup. Harry has his own family, and Dickie Arbiter, you've got to accept it. And you are the one who needs to move on.
Life, and it is very difficult. But coupled with that, he had two tours of duty in Afghanistan, and that creates post-traumatic stress disorder. So there's a bit of that as well, and the combination of the two is making it very difficult for him to heal. Maybe he's found peace in California. I hope so.
Well, one thing that we also have learned is that in California there's a new business venture underway. So Meghan has launched this American Riviera Orchard brand. We've had a little sneak video last week on a new Instagram and a new website. It seems to be she's registered the company with a view to then selling products, so tablewares and homewares, setting herself up as a kind of Martha Stewart character or Gwyneth Paltrow. What do you think of that? Do you think they'll be successful financially?
Well, if the past record of what they've been doing is anything to go by, watch this space, because Netflix hasn't exactly been successful. They were fired from Spotify. They, I believe, signed a 5-book deal with Penguin Random House. Well, there's been only one so far. Maybe there's been another. They've got to work at it. Just because they are the Duke and Duchess of Sussex doesn't mean that people are going to rush to the website to buy.
My family, I'm done listening to Dickie Arbiter's lies. I am done. First of all, Meghan wasn't fired from Spotify. Meghan was not fired from Spotify, my family. She wasn't. That's another Dickie Arbiter lie, you know? And my family, basically, really, you know, my family, Dickie Arbiter also goes on to say that somehow when Meghan married the royal family, she changed the dynamic of the royal family. My family, I hear this so oftenly from Carnival of so-called experts. Like, they all share notes together. Just say this, because this is what you want to say. Meghan, a woman of color, married Prince Harry, who's white, and you can't stand it. It's racism. Just say that. Because my family, let's face it, when you hear someone say that Meghan, when she married Harry, she changed the dynamic of the royal family. My family, Meghan is American and she's a woman of color. That's all. So my family, if you have a problem with that, then clearly it's about race. And indeed, you are very much a racist. And Diana was not a racist. Diana, as Harry himself put it, was chased to her death at the back of a car by someone who wasn't white. Now look at how UK media are still hounding Meghan. And they target Meghan in particular. Just Meghan, mostly. They mostly target her in particular. Only her, mostly. And that's why I've said, really, my family, Meghan is the keeper, because my family, if I endured a fraction of what Meghan has had to endure, my family, even I would not be able to take it. You know? Even I would not have been able to take it, or my family been able to, my family handle it. My family, hear Harry's own words. Dickie Arbiter, Diana was not a racist. Diana was not a racist. Diana wasn't one of you, Dickie Media. Diana was not a racist. She was a good person. My family, hear this please from Harry himself.
Regrets? Yeah, my biggest regret is not making more of a stance earlier on in my relationship with my wife and calling out the racism when I did. History was repeating itself. My mother was chased to her death while she was in a relationship with someone that wasn't white. Right. And now look what's happened. You want to talk about history repeating itself? They're not going to stop until she dies. It's incredibly triggering to potentially lose another woman in my life.
Harry, you won't lose Meghan. Harry, you won't lose Meghan. As I said, Meghan is a keeper. Meghan is a keeper. She's a keeper. You won't lose Meghan, Harry. You will not lose her. Just keep on protecting Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and loving them, showering them with so much love. And what I can say is that, Harry, don't allow the farm where you come from destroy your own family, destroy Meghan, Archie, Lilibet. Don't allow them. Don't allow them. And not take Meghan or Archie or Lilibet back to a toxic environment where even you know it's unsafe for Archie, Meghan, and Lilibet. Don't take them there. Then really, my family, if Harry keeps on loving his family, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, Anna, then he's not going to lose them. Never. Never. He's never going to lose them. Because look at Meghan, despite everything she's been through, what is she doing? She loves her husband. And UK media want Meghan and Harry to fail. They don't want any commercial venture by Harry and Meghan to succeed. They want Harry and Meghan to fail, hoping that Harry is going to come back to them. My family, UK media must go to accept that Harry is never going to come back to the arms of his abusers. And they've got to come to terms with that. They've got to accept it and come to terms with that, my family. They've got to. You know? In my family, Diana was not a racist. Before she died, Diana was in a relationship with someone who my family wasn't white. Just as you've heard Harry say. And sadly, she was chased to her death. Look at what's happening to Meghan. Look at how you are hounding her. My family. Because every single day, it's Meghan who is mostly targeted. Not even Harry. Not even Harry. Meghan. She's the one who was abused, insulted mostly. Even more than Harry. It's Meghan. She's the one who's demonized as and painted as someone who my family is not the right person for Prince Harry. My family, Meghan, has always been the right person for Prince Harry. And Harry, for Meghan, has always been the right person for her, because Harry has proven himself to be someone who, my family, cares for his family, who protects his family. And my family, we applaud Harry for keeping my family, his family, safe. And my family right now, basically, based on my family, what you just had, whenever you hear someone say that, Meghan changed the dynamic of the royal family, whereby Harry was following William and keeping him around or something, my family, Harry had to grow up. As a man and as a husband, you can't follow your brother for the rest of your life, Even Harry said himself, at times it was fun, but at times it was awkward, it was weird. My family. And UK media must accept that Harry has grown up. He's a man now who has his own family to protect. And that's what he's always been doing for years now. And sadly, UK media keep on targeting the mother of his kids. My family. And there is something also before I end this video that Harry said about my family, this person. I think his name is Dickie Arbiter. My family, I want to read you what Harry said in his memoir spare about my family, this person called Dickie Arbiter. My family, and I quote, years ago, when Harry and Meghan stepped back as senior members, the royal family, here's what Harry said in memoir spare about what my family had happened. Harry said, and I quote, I flew back to Vancouver and basically was with Meghan, Archie, and my family, their dogs. Harry says, for a few days, I didn't feel fully back. Part of me was still in Britain, still at Saddingham. I spent hours glued to my phone and the internet, monitoring the fallout, the ire towards us by the papers and the trolls was alarming. Make no mistake, it's an insult, cried Daily Mail, which convened a Fleet Street jury to consider our crimes. Among them was Dickie Arbiter, the Queen's former press secretary, who concluded with his fellow jurors that we should hereafter expect no mercy. I shook my head. No mercy. The language of war. Clearly, this was more than simple anger. These men and women saw me as an existential threat. If our living posed a threat to the monarchy, as some were saying, then it posed a threat to all those covering the monarchy for a living. Harry tells us it's about money. The money they lost when Harry left, clearly. And they blame Meghan for Harry leaving because they thought that Meghan would live alone, not with Harry. And my family, they are mistaken. They were mistaken. And my family, now they think that somehow, once again, it's Meghan's fault. They blame Meghan for everything. My family, it's high time the abusers and those who have been wishes towards Meghan understand this. Meghan married Harry and they fell in love, and Meghan is a human being. She has every right in the world to be loved and to feel loved and to be in a healthy environment, to raise her family, to raise her kids, to be in love with, to be full of love, with Harry, to be surrounded with my family, her husband's love. Meghan has that right. And every single day we see how media try to destroy that for Meghan, try to ruin, Harry and Meghan's lives with these comments. Oh, Diana would never have wanted, Meghan to marry Harry in an attempt to demonize Meghan Markle. Why? Because my family, UK media, to them, they are at war with Harry and Meghan because they can't accept Harry and Meghan's rejection, mostly Harry's. My family, they need to leave Harry and Meghan alone and understand this. Harry had every right to protect his family, and that's what he's always done and keeps on doing. And UK media are at fault for Harry and Meghan leaving. Their bullying, their abuse made Harry and Meghan leave. And shame on them for the hell they put Harry and Meghan through. But I'm happy really that Harry and Meghan left. Because now I know when they're in their mansion in California, my family, they can, have fun, eat out, dine out, have a good time together as a family, go skiing in Colorado, Aspen. My family, without people making demands, show us, yourselves, show us your kids. My family, Harry and Meghan, are able to protect their kids' privacy. And I love that for them. I love that for them because in the royal family, that wouldn't have been possible. In the royal fold. My family, Dickie Arbiter, is still at war with Harry and Meghan because he can't stand that Harry left. And he blames Meghan for Harry leaving. Stop invoking Diana's name in your hate campaign against Meghan Markle. Diana was never on the side of the UK media. Never. They made her go through so much hell. And my family, Diana would have always supported Harry, in everything, especially with the person that my family, Harry, has fallen in love with, and Harry fell in love with Meghan, and UK media have got to accept it and just move on and leave Meghan and Harry alone. My family, now you tell me your thoughts about what we have just discussed. I want to hear your opinion. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet and Raglan, and all of you members who are at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned on this video. Love was forever, and may God bless you and my family. My family on Harry and Meghan's 6th wedding anniversary. And I want us all to do something. Go on Dickie Arbiter's, my family, X account, and write a wonderful message wishing Harry and Meghan an amazing 6th wedding anniversary. That's gonna piss off Dickie Arbiter. He called Harry and Meghan's, my family relationship a fling. Dickie Arbiter doesn't have a fling. And Harry married a woman of color. And Dickie Arbiter, you've got to accept it and move on. And Diana was not a racist. Diana would never have been on the side of the media, were abusive and have bullied his son. Never. And any person who tells you otherwise, my family, is a liar. You tell me kindly your thoughts about what we have discussed. I want to hear your opinion. God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, and Dora Ragland. And all of you members who are at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned on this video. And may no open form against Harry, Meghan, Archie, Lilibet, and Dora Ragland ever prosper. Stay tuned to our next video. Love you always and forever, and may God bless you all. Hello, members of Sussex Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of the Sussex Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.